thought you don't wear white jerseys.
I mean, they don't look great on camera, but when I have them, they also stain easier. Did you notice the spots on Phil's Colorado one?
Wait, is it Colorado or Colorado?
What spots on my Colorado?
There were spots on your Colorado one.
What do you mean there's spots on my
I
Colorado?
just shamelessly put it away. I'd get Jersey Cam on it right now. Someone needs an oxy bath.
What if we make this video just an oxy bath for 6 hours? Would people watch it?
There's a loose threads for you. Yes, live stream an oxy bath.
Oh, I'm glad we did this. Thanks for watching.
Next on Ugly Thirds.
Welcome back, sports fans, to another episode of Ugly Thirds. Today's topic is biggest upgrades, the Reebok Era Tour.
Beautifully put. Our lawyers are going to love this.
Gentlemen, take it away.
Gentlemen. Wow.
So, we had to find good things to say to juxtapose. I mean, part of it is we took the exact same videos we did for Adidas Era Tour and transplanted them to Reebok. And that way you can go through and look across the various, who had the most innovative? Let's look at innovative across Adidas and Reebok and CCM Coho and Starter Pro Play, and so on. So we had to say nice things.
Yeah.
And we also had to, we maintained with Adidas it's all original designs.
Yes.
So the Penguins throwing back to 92, not enough, right? Even the Sabres getting close, I'd count that as a different look, but it wasn't as big a splash as some of these.
No, for I think that was the biggest challenge of all this is that find something that wasn't CCM in its initial iteration. So, for example, Buffalo was not navy and white to start, so this could have made the list, but the look was fine. Navy.
Everything was dark and gray. And this is different enough from the Gretzky era. It's stripe. It's a home plate instead of a chevron.
Yeah.
But and there were some, Florida's current look started in Reebok. Easy to forget that. There's a handful of those.
1 year, though, wasn't
There's a handful of those last year jerseys that we didn't really include a lot.
No. 2016, 2017 are some of the hardest jerseys to find for those teams that took that 1 year right before Adidas, because once Adidas started, it was easy to get.
Yeah.
So
and if they look the same, why would you?
That Pittsburgh gold one?
Yep.
Tough to find.
There's a number of those, and I'm even struggling to find a black Pittsburgh third in XL. So, but let's start with our number 3, because this started way earlier than I realized it did. I thought this was like a last year of Reebok thing, and it wasn't. Phil, when do they wear this?
This is starting in 2013.
So we went from Dallas University.
Yeah. So the upgrade from. Dallas really is the redemption story of Reebok, isn't it?
It honestly is.
The biggest downgrade to a tremendous upgrade. Now, there will be plenty of people who will call out and cry out the lack of gold. The first time they dropped gold. The fact that green is not in this jersey.
Yeah.
And then they lean hard into a new shade of victory green. The star. Oh, let me find the logo on this.
There's green on there technically.
Green. There it is.
The star is the same shaped star. It has a D inside of it now, and they played with that a lot. Look, honestly, I think the silver has aged tremendously well.
Yep.
I think that while gold is fun, and if you want to play around with a throwback, I don't think there's any real need to. I think this is spectacular.
Yeah.
It's a perfect look.
They got the green right. It's not the North Star green. We moved away from that. And it sounds like Minnesota is potentially picking that back up.
Which now there's people questioning.
Yeah, it was one of those internet rumors.
And look, honestly, I don't want them to. I'm a Minnesota Wild fan, not a North Stars fan. And I just think I think that if they switch, the NHL officially has a nostalgia problem. And this is coming from someone who was a history teacher and a nostalgia junkie.
But nostalgia clouds judgment.
Yeah, it's not always good.
Yeah. This green is becoming iconic. Like, we're at that level. It's darker than Hartford. It's a little bit more regal looking than Minnesota.
It stands out well on its own because
It
it's not
does.
super bright and it's not super. It really rides that line because like Minnesota's current, the third jersey, the reverse retro look is a bit bright,
It is.
and the Minnesota Wild is a bit dark.
Yep.
So this rises. Look, my
Perfect
only
balance.
complaint is that I think the shoulder patch is incredibly lazy, and I think they just it was a safe choice. Phil, if you want to try jersey cam for
Stunning.
And you know what should replace it? The Winter Classic logo. That D with stars in the middle.
Ah, nice.
I in having gotten mine back from EPS and wearing it, it is a spectacular logo. I don't think it needs to be upgraded. I mean, look, if it became the third jersey, I'd be thrilled.
Yeah.
Thrilled.
Yeah, sure.
You could put the Texas D up here, but like I'd relegate. Keep that as a third jersey and pants. Well, that's fine.
Dallas figured it out in the Reebok era.
Yeah,
Like
they righted the
recognized-
ship.
Yep. And it wasn't that Dallas University jersey was short lived for the most part. Like it was the early part of Reebok, and then they pivoted to this.
07 to 13 would have to be.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Phil, did you say when they were? You said when they were. We
2013 is when they switched to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look, and I'm even noticing the beveling, how they force the bevel, but you don't have to notice it. Phil, if we could jersey cam again here on the main crest.
Oh, now you're making me do two things at once,
Uh-oh.
and then it just
turned off.
It just
oh
hates you
boy.
Excellent. What do you
We got greedy.
At the
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we got greedy with this one.
Greedy. Okay,
Here we
hold
go.
on. Hold on.
We got gritty.
Come on, Bessie. Oh, there we go.
So, like, using the silver,
To give it that 3D look.
it gives it a 3D look without forcing it, kind of like Philly did with their third jersey.
Yeah.
And I even noticed that if you can get back to the shoulder look, because I didn't notice it until I was sitting here.
There she is.
It's white to here, where it becomes silver.
Oh, nice.
And so it keeps that bevel effect, which honestly is very cool.
Yeah.
It's so subtle, and I enjoy the subtleness of it.
It's a good look.
It's a good look. And it started in Reebok.
Yep.
The Dallas University jersey lies from 2007.
Yeah. It was right after the the CCM. They dropped their star jerseys.
In a time where the entire league was going to dropping hemline stripes, sleek, fast, 9% faster RBK edge. One team bucked the trend hard. And not like the Rangers, they even sewed their hemlines to be flat. No diaper look for them.
Nice.
That first year they sewed them. And Montreal is like, we're not changing. We're Montreal. Even though they were told they're not going to get the stripe the whole way around. It's going to cut off. In the initial, there's like early drawings of that came out of like Reebok.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yep.
And they did. One team went so hard in the opposite direction. And honestly, it made me a fan.
Explain what you mean.
Because I don't think people realize what they had before this. This very forgotten era. Do you remember the over-shoulder stripes?
Vaguely.
Like I should have looked up. Phil, would you be able to look up when this from what to what? Because I'm going to say it's like 93 to
my
06.
initial guess was early 90s.
Yeah.
Without pinpointing a year, they ran this all the way
post
up
Andy Moog era.
Yeah.
But like
they ran this all the way up until mid 2000.
until this.
Yeah.
Until the switchover. And then they went with a switchover, which is based on the 70s look. And I think the white even looks better, but I can't find one.
I think we both wrong. 95
Okay.
to 2006.
So, like, to go from
Actually,
this look,
2007.
and they even improved the B. So, Phil, we are going to need...
So the yellow's a little bit different.
The yellow's a little bit different. There's a serif on the B now.
Right. Right there.
I got you as level as I'm going to get you. There's thicker black on all of it. Like, it just pops. It is a stronger logo.
Yeah,
and I'm
you're
a
right.
huge fan.
You're
Huge
right.
fan.
Yeah. But it goes to show you how little changes. Like, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just touch things up a little bit.
The wheel and spokes.
Do the yellow slightly different shade, and you're onto something.
And they brought in this beaut. I love this.
The old clamshell.
Shell gas station. No, I mean it's a throwback to the 20s.
Yeah.
And they updated it, which is exactly what should be with a logo like this. My favorite thing on the white road jersey, it says Boston on top and Bruins underneath. Little things like
Little
that.
things like that not many people realize.
So look, they leaned hard into a throwback.
Excellent.
And even on the white, the original had gold shoulders and they switched it to black. So it's not a straight throwback. They improved.
Right.
They improved.
Put some thought into it.
I don't think it's number one though.
I'd like this as number one. I thought it was fantastic. It's such a good look.
It's such a good look, and it's okay. So, well, Phil, I guess we didn't cover you. When did you? I sent you on other errands. When did the Bruins wear that?
Well, from 2007, and it's their current. Well, until this year.
Well, that one-off year. I think they're going back to it.
Yeah, so they're going to go back to it till this past year. Yeah.
Allegedly.
I hope they don't. I hope they
and then this.
Oh, it's stunning.
Phil, when they were this?
2011 to 2016.
Now, Nashville could be another one of those downgrades, but they, like this is what they switched to in the Reebok era, with its piping.
Ugh.
With are you old enough to remember the era where people would wear long sleeve shirts under short sleeve shirts?
Yeah,
that's what this is. I swear that's what this is. It's the grunge look.
And they've got the graduation cords here.
Well, you got to, obviously.
Honor
graduated
Society.
with honor.
Honor Society.
And like, oh, what a downgrade, but they downgraded from this, which is also not great.
Yeah.
So
the logo gets lost in that blue.
Yeah. And yet on the white they put a triangle behind it.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah. And then Nashville at the top was on the white too, because you're not sure. But this, it's brilliant, and we went over this I think in our Nashville episode. We had a lot of gold.
Yeah.
You remember how much gold?
I do.
Adidas dropped these fangs. These fangs are from the St. Louis Blues look, and made no sense in the Blues jersey.
Well, with fangs, blues. Obviously, it makes sense. If you're not getting it, I can't explain it any more clearly.
But Nashville used it so very well. It became a pretty solid element that just works. It just works. And they have launched this ever since. Phil, when they wear this, and you're gonna give your little fun tidbits with it?
I believe I already said that. 2011, 2016.
Okay. I forget what you say, Phil.
Like normal. And what other?
You're not gonna talk about the helmets?
Oh, so I didn't write that. The 1 year they. Now I gotta look that up. I didn't write it down.
While you look that up, I'm gonna lean a little bit into one of my favorite features from this jersey. It's the number kit. Like, to have this level of cheeky detail with the guitar strings built into the number kit. Like, come on. Like, that is so special to Nashville.
And it's unobtrusive. Like, here, like, look in the monitor, you can't really see it. It doesn't get in the way of the font. And they didn't do it on the sleeves, which I think with how small the number is, that's a positive thing, which I think Adidas does. There's one in there somewhere. No, I think it's on my.
Well, it works because you also have the guitar pick on the shoulder.
Yep.
They leaned into it well.
So in 2015, they introduced a gold helmet for just Saturday home games. And it was such a popular feature that they continued that for all their home games from then on.
It's like one of those little things you read on, NHL uniforms, like the striping on the sock went from 2 to 3 stripes. Like, that is the major upgrade that we did that year. So some teams just don't do much, and then other teams do it really, really well.
They finally figured out their look, and I think that's one of the best things of it. And the fact that it got slightly worse under Adidas, I think Reebok deserves some credit on getting that much right.
For sure. It's a good list right here.
It's a good list.
It covers a lot of different approaches to how to upgrade yourself.
Agreed.
Yep.
All right, so we said good things about Reebok. See, we can do it.
We can do it. Like, next couple of videos, we're going to trash them pretty good, though.
Okay.
All right.
So, he's Shrems. I'm John. Phil, take us out.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Ring the bell so you get notifications when we post new videos. Come back for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
In various European leagues, the leading scorer wore a golden helmet. Just that player on the ice.
Wow.
I'm just throwing in a fun fact because we had nothing else to say here.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay.